Alrighty, so here goes another one, on a quick minute. So, would you believe that if essentially to ground yourself and fight off these entities that manipulate and, for the most part, attempt to actually control the majority of your being? I mean, they're there for all of it except for what's responsibility, priorities, and obligations. I mean, when it comes down to that, you yourself have to be the one who's accountable for it. So, this is where we're at. So if this is the aspect of what it is. And I'm asked to give a account for what it is that then I can account for in terms of what is responsibilities, priorities, and obligations. So like initially right now, what I've been noticing is, to maintain my core strength, there had to be some pruning to happen in my life, and essentially that pruning came by attacking my finances, and not necessarily attacking, but minimizing my reliance upon financial gain or, financial prosperity and so on and so forth. But what that made a door for was for God to begin to eliminate my necessity to eat so much, because then it became almost like the spiritual side awakened, and there became this religious playback sound loop in my head that just kind of reminded me, all right, like, if I'm gonna eat once a day, then the rest of the time, I at least got to focus on my hydration, and, so, and that helped me maintain, not just focus on my body, but also able to maintain the core strength, because essentially, like, the more you eat, the more of a strain that it'll be for your abdomen muscles to tighten, or at least when you're full, you won't really feel like that's the direction that you'd like to go. And so that's what I'd say is the reason for the 3 meals a day. I mean, maybe it can also work as an extra weight, so, and it's all about perception, it's all about pursuit. It's all about being able to see the goal and pretty much just do what it is that needs to be done. So that's where I'm at with that, and that's just for the aspect if I want to fight and battle these mental fogs, and this ungrounding that happens through astral projection, so, and again, these are all just theories for those that, feel like that's all they'd like. For anybody that wants to be a co-creator, you understand that there's potential and opportunity there, and work that's been done, and ground that's been prepped. So, all that preparation was for this. Well, it's 3 a.m. I'm still here walking. I'm still noticing my chest tightening, and, it's not ungrounding me, like making me feel in any way unbalanced, or my equilibrium is in any way off. But what it is doing is basically popping in my back, my spine. It's pushing it in a way that you would think I won't notice, but when it leaves, I feel the tension of what was holding that pressure there moments ago. So basically, I'm like forced to kind of like have to expand my body outward like a fat man to stretch my back and release this astral projection. And the other version of it would be pushing my back and arching it as much as I can and then also I have to make sure that I'm focusing on my shoulders and my neck, because that's where they'll sit and wait, like all this time they've been ungrounding my shoulders and up. Like that's the part of my body that I don't feel most days, or not the majority of the day, and it's also why I have to constantly lift up my spine, stretch my back, because like compression is good. But compression, when it's done by an astral projection, doesn't work the same as if you do it yourself. Because see, when you do it yourself, you put your 2 feet down on the ground, you align your hips, and then you push your spine down, So, and that's grounding, Your neck, your shoulders have to feel loose, and you got to be able to feel that relaxation, even though the tension remains from your spine down, and your legs and your hips are aligned. So with that, like while I'm walking, that's the posture that I'm studying the changes in. So here I'm walking, and they think that, oh, I didn't notice. But no, I already took my recording back there. Now all I'm going to do is just view and see how ignorant you actually truly feel that I might be, or prove yourself to be able to show yourself as performing in the manner of.